Hey everybody, how you doing? It's the end of the day. What time is it? Just about 8 o'clock Arizona time. And let's see. Took my daughter to an orthodontist appointment today, final one, supposed to be. And then after that we went down to the courthouse. And I filed. Hey Willis, how you doing, buddy? Willis heard me talking, he wants to be, come here, buddy. I filed a motion. Couldn't make any contact with my attorney for the longest time. When I did, it was terrible. It just was not good. Something happened that was really important in court that I wanted the attorney to speak up for me about, and I was like, hey, can you say something about it? And he was like, so I tried to say something in court, and I was told to be quiet. So I'd actually, for that incident, what I'd done is I filled out this how to file a complaint against a judge, because I was told to be back in 45 days. I went down on my own to pretrial services to get this ankle monitor checked out on the 22nd or 23rd of last month. And when I did, that's when I found out when you check in with them, every time you check in with them, they remind you of your court date. And they reminded me of my court date, and they said, hey, it's in 2 days. And I went, wait, no, it's not. It's in 2 weeks. The guy said, no, it's right here. And I said, can I look at that? And he scrolled down so I couldn't see it. And I said, can you print me a copy? He wouldn't do either one. Had to call my attorney and say, hey, what's going on? We're supposed to have court in a couple weeks. These people say it's supposed to be in a couple days. He said, no, it says right here, it's a couple days. I said, you and I clearly heard 45 days. So what it seemed like to me was they were trying to change the date. I don't know if there's an audio recording in the court. I believe there's only the judge and the stenographer. What the judge says, the stenographer transcribes, and that is your record that you can request from the court. So that is a failed system right there, because it only takes 2 people to conspire, and the sticky note slid, hey, write 30, I'm going to say 45. Now, that might not be what happened, and that's why I did not file this complaint. I just had it already. I was kind of reactionary, and then I thought the whole situation through instead of just going and filing it. And when I thought the situation through, I realized, okay, in this PSYOP that I've gone through, one of the biggest used tactics is pitting people against each other, making it appear that 2 people, I'm sorry, it's hard to explain this, making it appear possibly like, so this person over here wants you to react to this person has no idea what happened, you react to this person, say the judge, that judge didn't do this, and now he's going, wait a minute, this guy is not rational, he's trying to tell me, blah, blah, blah. So say somebody else changed that date, I react to the judge, I file a complaint against him, and he thinks, oh, this guy's just retaliating, he's trying to get out of this whole thing, he's trying to do something. So I wanted to be objective and just not get ahead of myself on that. So instead what I did was because he's a nice guy, for the most part, our last interaction wasn't the greatest. He was upset with me because I was trying to explain to him that my attorney wouldn't talk to him, and I don't know all of the proper things to say in court like an attorney does. And if you don't speak their language, it's tough to get a word in. So I went ahead and filed this motion, and I don't think I should talk about what put in it, I'm basically asking the judge to drop the plea deal that I got tricked into signing. I signed a plea deal. I got tricked into signing it. It was before I'm repeating myself to those of you who watch my channel, all my videos. I apologize. I'm updating a lot of new people. I think there's new people coming to my channel with this new information about the guard base. So, damn it, I lost track of what I was saying there. Anyway, I filed this motion. I put this article from the Air National Guard base targeting whistleblowers base that I worked at, and part of the transcription from what the plaintiff said about them trying to get rid of me. Photo of him holding a 9mm Glock out of his window, and video to back up the photo. The photo's a little blurry in here. It's just to show the show that he's holding, because in the statement he said he held his gun up to his chest, and his arm is out the window here. So if he was holding his gun up to his chest with his right hand, and his left hand is out the window here, I'm gonna do this when we're driving. You're driving, this guy says I pulled a gun on him, and he says I pulled my gun out and I held it to my chest. So he's driving, he holds his gun to his chest, and he's got this arm out the window. How did this guy manage to keep steering his vehicle? So that's why I submitted that. I have a video to show this too, and you can zoom in on a large high definition 1080p screen, and you can clearly see that he has a gun in his hand. And then I just wrote the judge a letter in my own words, just kind of about targeting. The history of this new information, the article in the LA Times. I guess I talked about what was in my motion. You know, I never know what's going to happen when I go into court. I never know who's going to be paid off. I never know who's going to not play fair. I never know if I'm going to leave there. You know, tomorrow there's a possibility. So with this new information, I would think that the judge would say, oh, okay, well, you know, there's a pretty good possibility this person was targeted and they were set up for this crime. There also is a possibility that because I filed this, that I'm going to be retaliated against, and I'm going to be sentenced tomorrow. And even though the prosecuting attorney does not ask for jail time, the judge can give you jail time. So there's no guarantee that I walk out of there tomorrow. So I've been preparing for that, you know, and that's why I'm making this video right now too, just kind of for posterity. So if something like that does happen, people will know what's going on with me. That being said, yeah, he's probably already on the plane, I could say this, or probably here. I would imagine he's here. So tune into Crowdsource the Truth tomorrow. I don't know, we can't, oh, actually no, I did, whoa, geez, hey, it's late. It's been a long day. I'm just trying to think of this information as we go here. I've been doing a lot trying to get, if you've ever filed a motion in a courthouse, in a giant courthouse, for the first time, that's always an interesting learning experience. So, anyway, it'll wear you out. Excuse me. I requested, since I couldn't record in the courtroom last time, I had like 6 or 7 officers approach me in the courtroom outside, right before I had to go in and see the judge. All these officers came out, and we had a good conversation. We had a friendly conversation. They tried to take my cameras. I said no. They said the judge told us, and I was like, I think I'd rather have the judge tell me. And they're like, the judge told us, and I was like, I can't give you my cameras. I have stuff on here. There's exculpatory evidence on my camera. I'm going to give it to you and put it in my locker. And they're like, no, you signed for it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not signing my signature on anything. Nope, I'll leave them somewhere. You know, I worked anyway. Long story short, I had a good conversation, worked it out with them, and I thought, you know, I'm supposed to be sentenced tomorrow. I won't be able to have a camera in there. Last time I was in there, there were no witnesses. I'm filling out this complaint. It's like, who witnessed this? I'm like, yeah, there was 0 people in there other than the judge, the stenographer, the bailiff, the attorney, and myself.